Welcome, hockey fans, to the Hockey Nation live show with Coach Frenchy directly in the penalty box podcast booth with Michael Devalleno directly from West Coast, California. How you doing, Michael?
Pretty good. We had an exciting day yesterday.
Yeah, it was I nailed it yesterday, three
I
and
think we
three
got, I think we
yesterday.
got through the three, didn't we?
Yeah, I'm proud of that one over there. It was pretty good. I think also I add more low score between Islanders and Boston. I got that one also, and then I got also Leonard back in the lineup, back uh,
Yeah.
in the
You,
net.
you just can tell he's going to stick with him. He got a shutout.
Exactly, he did very well on
So,
that one over there. You know, we have to give credit on him or everything like that. But
oh, yeah.
overall, I think it was a great hockey day. Um, we can see now trend between couple of teams. I think um, Tampa have a little bit step over Boston. I'm still not sure, but I think overall Islanders have a little bit step over Flyers. Um,
They outplayed him badly, I thought. But, I
I
mean,
think,
Carter screwed up on the one goal. But,
yeah. And then finally, you can see Vegas really more dominate Vancouver yesterday. We understand they start right away with gold back to back, but I think you can now realize that. So, when you win a series, play a best of the seven, you have to win those game one, three, and five. They are the dominate game during the playoff, and I think they did it. And then we're going to see how it's going to respond back. But it's another great day. We're going to talk about let's starting with the game yesterday between the first game of the day, honestly, between uh,
Tampa and Boston,
Tampa
that
and
was.
Boston. I'm sorry, and final score was 3-1 for Tampa. Um, you
Did you
know,
watch the game?
I watched the game,
Did you
and
see the one goal from Halak?
that's what I was coming to you about that one over there.
I was
Um,
like, how many shots did he face? He faced nothing.
30 shot versus 26 for Boston yesterday. Boston dominated face-off 65 versus 35. We have a lot of penalties during those games. We can talk a little bit more about the check of Richie
Mm-hmm.
against Gord.
Cord,
Uh,
yeah.
Lightning 1-5, Boston 1-4. Uh, Still over 83 hit yesterday, 45-38 for Tampa. Um, I think uh, Odred Bat Palat is on fire right now,
Yeah,
scored,
it's good.
4 goals. Uh, Honestly, he scored his last 4 goals in the last 3 games. He had
Edmund.
a double yesterday. He scored the first 2 goals of the game at 8:59 first period. And then he came
Did
back with another one at 12:29, where you're talking about that goal. Um, that's what you want to talk about this. I think Halak.
Well, there's two things. One was, did you see what happened to him before he scored? He got crunched on the boards, coming down the
Yeah,
boards, and he was pissed. He was really mad.
but
And
I'm
then all of a
talking
sudden, you saw
about
like
the on that goal. I'm talking more about the
the second
Halak.
goal.
Halak.
Yeah,
I
but the
mean,
first goal, you could see Palat had a bee in his bonnet, right? Like he got crunched, and he came back and just he rifled it, and he got or actually no, that was the Sorelli goal, so it was the second goal. So he got crunched, and then Sorelli got an assist on that
no,
goal,
the
right?
first one was on power play, and yeah, at the end of the power play, a really good goal on the top shell
That was a good
left
goal.
on it, stacked two between Point and Kushera,
Yes.
um, and it really like you can see the only like a piece right there. But
That was a good
the
goal.
second goal you're talking about, what I'm talking about is about Halak, where it was an easy save with his glove, and
Is he a lefty? Yeah, he's a left shot or a right stick left glove, I
yeah.
think.
So, he's just someone he should call it, he should turn around that game 2-0, and then Edmund scored at the end of the second period. And at that moment, you can see the the body language of Boston at 3-0 with Edmund is fourth of the playoff um,
Yeah.
coming down. Kucherov had 2 assists. He still continues to accumulate point after point. Point have another one yesterday, only one. And then Jake DeBrus scored a power play goal at the 7 minutes at the third period. I think it was too late at that moment. I don't see a lot of live from the team after the third goal of Tampa.
I thought they tried. They outshot Tampa, and there's some good shifts, but I mean, it just felt like Halak. They were really cautious around Halak. It was
I agree with you. I think overall you can see the depth now. The Tampa Lightnings, they win right now without McDonough and Stamkos. That's another great thing. We need to mention, you talk about depth, how how they play well. Luke Shen and Bogosian for Tampa and Coburn. They all three player where they 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 are not regular player all the time all year
yeah,
long, and they show up. Luke Shen, what I mean, he's number 7, 8 on the depth chart of Allen for the Tampa, and then he did very well yesterday. By the
yeah.
fact, he got a
I thought he did
star
well.
of the game or what the
He,
first
he
star.
only played like 8 minutes.
Yeah, he played only 8 minutes yesterday, and then 9 minute 43 with a PK. But again, think about this: they played Edmund and Sergachev over 25 minutes
20,
yesterday.
27 and 25.
Yeah,
Yeah, Sergachev. It's nice to see Sergachev getting a lot of ice.
yeah.
I mean, there's definitely a big drop off after those two guys. You can see, but Bogosian, I thought, he's chipping in 11 minutes. Shen's chipping in 8. It's kind of what we thought before would happen.
Yeah,
I thought
I
both of
think
them are pretty good. I mean,
I think more and more we're getting to get more Vasilevsky in the net for the Tampa better and better and better. I think
he
he get
played
more
well. He played well
confidence.
yesterday. I thought 30 shots, 1 goal against. That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah. So you can see on the other side of Boston, we do not eat. Pasnak try hard, but we have nothing happened with Bergeron Marchand yesterday, and we know one Marchand score, everybody's follow him, and then he's. But I think right now we can see a little bit more the little bit tempo have a little bit more a notch
Sure.
on Boston. And you can see more and more longer the series going forward. You can see, I believe, Tampa. I would not be surprised the series is over. They can tell like Taku Rass is not there, everything like that. But at the end of the day, overall, for me, Tampa have a better team.
I mean, we've seen Boston where they're down 3-1 in series and come back. That's usually against Toronto, but it's not impossible. I can't see them winning this. I mean, we talked about this before. You knew that Halak was going to be a weak point. The
Yep.
depth, to your point, if Sorelli got an assist yesterday, and I thought he looked a lot better overall. If he starts scoring, you've already got Palat going. And then, I don't know, are they thinking of getting Stamkos back or not? They could be real dangerous if the rest of the guys are healthy. Hedman looks ridiculous right now.
Yep. So I think more like you going like you said, Cicerelli and the rest of the team at the bottom step up more with Point
Sure.
and now Kisharov and Point doing like crazy
Yep.
stuff right now. They have solid defensemen. I think that team will be really, really go all the way maybe. So what's happened this? Let's go move on to game number two with
So,
like all my buddies listen to us right now. They're going to tell me about if I'm right or wrong. But I was right yesterday. The Islanders, I said to you, it's going to be a 2-1 goal, 3-2 game,
sure.
2-1 game, and then that's exactly. They have too much great goalies yesterday. Again, Varlamar was great in front of the net.
Played well.
Maybe one goal, Corey. Carter Hart was bad. The one with the
Third
stick,
one.
I believe, the stick
Yeah.
go in. But
Yeah. But it was over, I think, at that point already. Like, that was the Anders Lee goal, wasn't it?
is the one like he hit the stick and the get the post, he go in on his.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I mean, listen, we said it yesterday. Oh, so it wasn't the power play goal. It was the Komarov goal. I can't remember.
it was Anders Lee.
It was Anders Lee. So it was on the power play.
Yep.
I mean, I think the game was over at that point, the way I felt. Like, it was like they were being outplayed quite a bit. I thought Islanders had a real good game overall yesterday, and we said it before. We predicted the Islanders, but if Carter was fresh and he stole a game, that would be the only way Philadelphia would win that game. And he wasn't able to do that. I mean, They
I go with
dominated them, I
you.
thought.
How many times we said here the I think the Flowers average defenseman, they are not great. They are not above. I think they have only an average. They are young.
They're
And
young,
then you
yeah.
can see they are getting more exposure by the forechecking of the Islanders to dump the puck in the corner and then chase this, everything like that. You can see many mistakes yesterday, turnover from the Flowers yesterday. Um, but overall 29-27 shot, some almost the same, 51-49 same, 0-1, 0 1-2 Islanders, um, only 33 and hits from the Flowers versus 36. That's a little bit me strange for me. I think usually they are both teams usually should hit more, but you can talk about. We said yesterday, the Islanders need to have their dead back on the track, and then they respond yesterday. We have Matt Martin scored the third goal of the game. Then we have Leo Komarov, his first of the
But
year.
you got the grinders scoring.
Yes.
You're in trouble when those guys get in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Martin,
So
Martin was playing with. He got assists from Barzal and Eberle.
yeah, but it was a end of the shift,
I
and
was like, oh, I'm just gonna stay out here and score.
yeah, so he was ended the shift, and then he got a pass from behind the net and go straight in front of the net. You have nobody watching him. It was a really poor uh, coverage from the Flyers.
What did we say yesterday, right? When I was saying, like, if you watch the Flyers in their own zone, the wingers go to the boards. They're waiting for this rim pass all the time, and
They
they
don't
collapse
collapse
way too
together.
much. They collapse and they don't pick up that third guy.
Yeah. So, I think
That's not like
I
that's
don't I don't think so. The shots of the game and overall show exactly what the Flyers did versus the Islanders. I think Islanders have a better control. Um,
oh way better. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
they they had well. I mean, the other thing was there was only one power play for Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's a 2-1 overall, the lead series right now. But if you look about, 2-1, they play over 180 minutes right now. I'll be honest with you, Islander have a bigger and best advantage about that. And now the discussion and all the pressure is getting now on Claude Giroux with no goal, not performing the way he's supposed to score. You're getting more hot stuff over there. So good to see how they're going to respond about that. But again, that playoff series is going to be like this all the way: 2-1, 3-2, 4-3. The goalie out. By the way, Varlamov did an amazing save about 8 minutes at the remaining of the third period yesterday on the pad, like a one-timer shot. It was like, oh, yeah, I think Varlamov responded very well about a poor performance at the game prior. So I think it was a good game for Islanders. So you can see the structure was very well, and
Well, the
Flowers again.
discipline too. I mean, when you give Philadelphia only one power play, they're going to have a hard time scoring 5-on-5 against the Islanders structure. So they need to get on special teams, and I think the Islanders know that, and they were really restrained yesterday. And that
Yeah,
might be why like the hits are maybe down a little bit.
but again, how can you win a game your, without your best player that never score? You know what I mean? Like
And
Connect,
and you look at where they're scoring, and it's not 5-on-5. So
you know,
they're just limiting the effectiveness of that line. You know who I actually thought played okay was Van Riemsdyk.
yeah, but
He played better than I anticipated.
yeah, but the only goals coming from pit lick. You know what I mean? Like, uh,
Yeah, and that was it was a broken play. I thought like it was a good
no, it
goal.
was a play on the wrist shot for the
Yeah.
ash mark on the left side, but I think he got tipped by the defenseman. Oh no, he was screened completely. Varlamov couldn't say anything. He was screened. He was a really screen play and front the net at that moment over there. But you know,
Sure,
uh,
they've totally taken Voracek and Giroux are
oh
out of
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Couturier, I don't know what's going on there. I mean, that makes no sense.
I don't know, but again, I was talking with a really big fan of the Flowers yesterday, and we are in the chat room with two, three people from the Flyers, two, three people from the Islanders, and I'm in the middle now because they eliminate my team, Montreal. So I cannot talk a lot, but I was telling to Flyers, listen, do the same thing like Montreal did. Montreal get out with more positive side by the play of Suzuki, Kotkaniemi, and those young players from Montreal. They learn, they get better, and they show more. I really believe it's the same way with Flyers. I think they should say, you know what, that's the team we have. We play with a better team and they beat us. And but what kind of experience you get for the young defenseman, and then you get for Carter Hart to get his first experience in playoff. And I think Myers, Sanham had
Myers looks great.
Provorov, they will be
Provorov's
able
really
to run
good.
this. Now, at the end of this, what will be over? I think the Flyers need to get one big defenseman helping them. I think they need more.
Peter Angelo.
You know what I mean? They need more over there. I
What
think
if they sign Peter Angelo?
no, I don't think so. Pedro is going to.
Yeah, that would be great.
I think they're going
Like,
to stay with the Flyers, with the Blues. Honestly,
he's going to go to Philadelphia. They're going to dump Giroux. They'll send Giroux to Montreal where he belongs.
nah, no. I think
And Montreal's going to send Suzuki to Philadelphia.
Montreal looking for a defenseman. That's what they're looking for, honestly. But
Really?
yeah,
Why? Why
uh,
would they look for a defenseman?
because they need one more
They
defenseman
got one.
on the left side.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So I mean, they still have Petrie on the right and Weber on the right. Is Romanov's the right?
Romanov is left.
Oh, there's your guy, man. He's going to be a top 4D really fast if you let him.
But you still like Kulak. Kulak have a good series this year.
Kulak
So
played well.
he played very well. You have to give him
Kulak,
that
yeah.
credit over there. And you
Yeah, I
have,
thought he did.
you know what I mean? But I think they should have one there. But we'll see about this. Let's move on to the game number third of the night
I'm
where,
telling you, Romanov is your guy. That guy's going to be a star.
yeah, we'll see what
He
happens
looks
now.
good.
Last night late, I watched the game until one something. I was awake to check this, and I follow. I think Vegas. I really believe the game was over after 10 minutes at the beginning of the first period, where Vegas scored back to back with Alex Touch, uh,
Yeah, I
seven of
agree.
the year, and then Zach Whitecloud.
He looks good.
Yeah, second of the year. So after like 5 minutes 28, right? It's a back-to-back goal in 1 minute and 23 seconds. It was 2-0. I think fell after that. Vegas really hanging there, and then Vancouver tried, but it was not good enough. Um, I think Vancouver struggled a lot on power play, 0 and 5. Um, Only 69,
Oh shit.
69 hits yesterday, 39-30 for Vegas, shot 34-31 for Vegas. So overall, we have to. The big discussion we have, you and me, yesterday was about uh, the goalie and the net.
Yeah.
And
But I think either goalie would have won that game. They only had 20 shots on them. I don't think Leonard stole the game, but he got a shutout. You got to give him credit. I mean,
you have to give him the credit about
he
that one.
stopped 20 shots, but I mean, this was the story of Vegas asserting themselves. They really showed yesterday when they use their speed, they take away time and space. They're real effective. Like they're a good team.
Yeah, so I believe that yesterday, all the result of the game should really show what was expected at the beginning of the playoff, at the
Yeah,
second round. We said Vegas should win, we said Islanders should win, and we
yeah.
said Tampa should win. So we'll see, what's going on. We don't have too much to talk about the last game, honestly. Um, of other effect, like I think overall Vegas. You're right. I think Vegas. Oh, Max Stone score. I forgot about that one. Is six of the playoff. Uh, Theodore get another assist yesterday. Is now at 8. He's considered his you know 12 points right now. So he's doing well about that one over there. Yeah, I think very good, strong, solid game. I think it was good to see Vargas to come back after a bad, poor game earlier, the game prior. So, but we'll see what happened today. We are back today, but today is the game are late. For some reason, I don't know what NBC, maybe the golf FedEx Cup right now, maybe, and the problem because you have no game on NBC today. Uh, Usually Sunday I have a game for NBC, but I think it's because the golf contract. So we are back at
Oh,
6
is
p.m.
that why?
Yes, I'm pretty sure. 6 p.m., 8 p.m.,
What about
10:30
is there
p.m.
basketball today?
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure, but
Yeah.
NBC are not the number one basketball, is ABC. So
Yeah, no, I think they try to
no, NBC
stay
is
away.
about the golf. That's what happening.
That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So first game tonight, 6 p.m. Dallas versus Colorado. Dallas lead 2-1. We know the injury. I look around for the last couple hours. I didn't see any update about injuries to tell you if Gorber. First of all, Eric Johnson and Gorber are completely out.
Oh,
Uh,
Grubauer, yeah,
yeah.
they're out for a while, it
And
seems
then
like.
Calvert is the day today. So it was not
Really?
confirmed to come back today. So we'll see happening. But what your prediction of that game?
This is such a weird one for me. I think those are two big losses, and it just makes me really uncomfortable predicting Colorado can win any of the games. Um, so I guess first off, what do you think's good? The Tampa and Boston game is first, right?
No, it's a Dallas, Colorado.
No, I think Tampa Boston, isn't it?
No,
At
they
four
play only
o'clock.
tomorrow.
Oh, am I looking at the wrong day? Oh, I am. Sorry. Oh, Colorado, Dallas today against Philadelphia, Vegas. Okay, got it. Um, so it's 2-1 Dallas. Man, I don't know. I don't feel real comfortable with Francouz, but my heart says I want Colorado to win. But the way Dallas has been playing, I think they're going to win.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you're absolutely right. I think you bring a lot of good point right now here. Um, First of all, they have no defensive side there. So, like, you're not going to expect 1-0, 2-1. We know we can be
It's
wrong.
ridiculous.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? We can be wrong here. Like, we talk about hockey and we're not expert. Like, you know what I mean? But we can be turned around this very badly and say, oh my God, we was wrong. But I expect an average about 7 to 12 goals every game.
It's
That's what I expect.
crazy.
You know what I mean? Like
And
4-3, 5-2,
yeah,
something like that. I don't expect like 3-2, 2-1, 1-0. It could happen, maybe one game during those playoffs. But um, and then the what is the three game right now? They have so many shift or swing momentum, like
that's the
three
thing.
zero, 3-0,
It's
3-3,
crazy.
4-3. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Like how many times has Dallas been down and come back?
yeah,
Like they
this
have a
is
crazy quick strike offense. Like
yeah,
they can come back and score on you. And then, Colorado, one thing is you're always going to get a great game from McKinnon. You're always going to get a great
yeah.
game from McCarr. So those two guys are always on. Is that enough on the defense? There's a big hole with Johnson out, even though you got Zadorov and even though you got Graves. Graves is playing maybe a little bit too much for me. And then
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't trust the goalie. Francouz is I don't think gonna hold him in for 60 minutes. It looks like, but my heart tells me I would love Colorado to win because I would, but I right now I'm not real confident of that. Like Dallas looks like they just got something going on.
I think the good thing for Dallas right now is maybe the shake up or maybe the little bit wake up of the first line where they love Seguin and Seguin and
Sure.
Maine. They produce more points for the last couple of games, and then Rob Hans is now 6 points.
So
So
to me, this is the story of Pavelski. Like I think Pavelski and Corey Perry are leading this team from the second and third line. Gurrianov's shown he's a elite player. So you're right. If they get additional offense from that top line, it's gonna be real tough to stop them.
yeah,
And right now, I like Kudobin in the net. Like he didn't have a great game last game, but I think that was desperation by Colorado.
but
I don't think they can.
Gustave is still at that 2.75.
Yeah, he's a good goalie. He's like he had one bad game. It wasn't really a bad game. Like Colorado was on the ropes. They played really desperate. Kadri stepped up, played real well. Like I don't know. I guess it's real tough for me to predict Colorado right now. If they had Johnson and Grubauer in the lineup, I think it's a different game. But
I
even
will go
even
with Colorado, honestly, for
I
tonight.
hope you're right.
I think they come back. I'm
I
just not
hope
a
they
big
tie
fan.
it. That's what I want.
I'm just not a big fan from Dallas, but
I don't like Dallas.
you know, we'll see what happened there. honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, and let's move on to game number two, where it's going to be only 2 hours. So it's going to be, I was wrong. The game is on NBC 8 o'clock. So the game NBC have no game afternoon. They push
Oh, the Philadelphia, New
after the
York.
golf tonight. So I apologize.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's right.
Flyers against Islanders, back to back game tonight, 8 p.m. Um, you know, to be 2-1 right now, we talk about a game where we need to Flyers have to step up, honestly. But
I think you'll see a big game from Carter tonight. And I think Philadelphia played desperate for the whole game. You saw Philadelphia last game was good at the beginning. Like they were like, they come out crazy and then
you're
they just
right
get
about
worked
that.
out, right?
The Flyers dominate, not dominate, but they was better
Early,
the first period.
but then
But
they
I don't
they
think
fall off,
so.
like they can't.
Whatever Carter Hart do right now,
That's it.
I don't. Can he still one game? Yes,
Yeah,
he can. Right,
totally.
but I don't think so. The way his players play in front of him, the way they cover the zone, the way they don't have no offensive. Flowers they score four. At that point right now, can Flowers can score 3 goals per game. You know what I mean? Like they
He
don't score.
could,
They
but
could, but they
it's a,
don't. You know what I mean? Like
it's
whereas like they have right now, the Flyers have right now play. Uh,
crap.
Now, what 12 games, right?
Yeah,
12 games. And look their score per game. They have an average of, you know, the 2.25.
it's
So
just
can you win many games at 2 goals per game?
there's no way. Well, you can if Carter's on it, but he can't play amazing every game. If
Yeah.
you know the Islanders, what they're going to do is two things. One, they are picking apart, like they're analyzing and figuring out where they have to get to score on Carter. And you can see that that's why they've scored more than the average team. You've got if you get Lee doing his thing, and they're going to get to scoring areas. Two is their forecheck is very structured and their back check's very structured, and that hurts Philadelphia. Where Philadelphia can get in the game is if they get on the power play, because then they have those individual matchup situations. But if they're just playing 5-on-5 like they did last game, they're in trouble. Carter's gonna have to pitch a shutout, which is what I said last game. I think Carter will come up big, but I don't know if he can be perfect. I mean,
For all my buddies from the Flyers, unfortunately, I'm going back again with Islanders. Um,
I feel like the Islanders will win, but
I think Islanders going to get that one over there. The only way Flyers have to win, they have to have more production from the top, and we'll see if they're going to do it again tonight. And then
Carter's gonna let in one goal and they're gonna win 2-1.
yeah, and then we go back again with Vegas, Vegas back to Vancouver, back to back again game at 10:30 tonight on NBC SN, where um, that's really if Vancouver want to survive, have to
They
win.
gotta win. They gotta win.
This is a game they cannot
Yeah.
lose. They cannot. It's a little bit about the same thing with the Flyers. Being honest with you tonight.
Oh, for sure. This is a pivotal game for both series.
Yeah, and
How was how what we didn't talk about last game was how good Alex Tuck was.
um, he's always been one of my not my favorite players, but he's always
He's a,
been. I like this. I like this kid.
yeah,
Yeah.
he played really well last game. You saw that they were running set plays for him to split the D, and it
Yep.
resulted in that one goal. He's a big guy that skates really well, and he's got good hands for a big guy. Like if you look at him, you go, man, can't this guy be a 30 goal scorer? Maybe he could, if he's healthy.
Yeah.
But
He's a 6'4". He's a 6'4"
big
kid.
guy.
You know what I mean? He's a
He can really
96.
skate.
He's 24 years old.
He came in the expansion draft from friggin' Minnesota.
Yeah, he was with Minnesota Wild. You have to give him credit. I think we don't,
He's a good
it's a
player.
it's a player like, when you think about Vegas, you think about Paturity, Stone, what I mean, a Carlson. The year
Yeah,
what William Carlson have 30, 40 goals. Um,
aberration.
and then you go all the way to the final. I think Alex Stock played a very good,
Played
uh,
great.
what I
And he
mean?
was young, right? He was like 22 or something,
Yeah.
21.
You have a 15, 20 goals. What my point to you is about him, he played very, very well his role inside that team. Does it make sense? Like,
Yep.
don't expect 30 goals. Don't
No,
expect him to be a top
no,
six
you watch him and you
midfielder.
think he could, but I mean, although you look at him, he's got 4 goals in 4 games, right?
Yeah. No, I think you're absolutely right about him. I think he's doing well. I think he's really helping that team more and more. Uh, but again, what kind of Vancouver is going to respond tonight? I don't think so. The game, I would expect more between Philadelphia and Islanders back
Which
to back, one game back, only game over there. But I don't think so. Vegas can. Vancouver, I don't see the series going to be a 6-7 game. I think Vegas going to be. Uh, I would not be surprised if Dallas go 3-1. One team and every other team in the second round, one team can come back at 3-1.
yeah,
Honestly, I believe it's Colorado.
Vegas. Yeah, I agree because I mean, Colorado, in my opinion, should be winning that series. We're probably underestimating how good Dallas is.
Yep, you're right. You're absolutely right with that.
But it's the style of play and having those missing pieces. Like they got 3 important pieces that are out. This series, everyone seems to be on
Yeah.
point. So if you go
Rihanna,
match up, Vegas should clean this up.
yep.
I think we'll see a big game from Vancouver, but I'm not sure if it's enough.
When you look about Islanders and Flyers, you have the best two goalies right now in the playoff with Vesican. You know what I mean? Like,
Varlamov and Carter.
right? And then you look for Dallas, Colorado. You have no clue what's going on there. So,
It's erratic, yeah.
so that's my point. Like when you have two great goalies, they're going to be there. But with those two other goalies, that game can turn around for 5-1, shifting to 5-4 after 5 minutes. You know what I mean? You have too many swing over there. So overall, but I think tonight Vegas going to go
I
over
think they'll go
there.
up 3-1.
Yeah. I don't have. I know we hit now the 30 minute, and it's Sunday. We appreciate all the people watching and listening. Um, we want to have not many news. Other effect now, we have Florida Panthers drop now at 4 people for the GM. Chris Drury was out of the race.
Really?
Uh, it was his own decision. Decide to stay with the with
Right.
the Rangers.
Well, honestly, like the Rangers are on the come up, right? So the Rangers are a lot closer, I think, to being a top team than Florida is. I think Florida's got a lot of holes.
Yeah,
Now, that's a chance to put your stamp on it, but do you have the right ownership? And I'm not sure. I don't know the answer to that. Um, the Rangers look really interesting. They got Lafreniere coming. So do you want to give up on having that guy?
yeah. So they have Panthers have Scott Millenby. He's a number one right now with Kevin
Really? Hmm.
with
He's
Kevin.
a he's a capable, he's got a history with Florida and he's been in the Montreal system, right, with Bergevin.
Yeah, he did very well on the management for the last
Yeah.
couple of years.
Yeah.
He did very well about that one over there. So we'll see about we talk about
Who else is in?
Kevin Weeks.
Why is Kevin Weeks
Oh,
like?
that's what I want to tell you. You're going to know, you'll be shocked when I'm going to tell you that. That was the reason why I took a note here. I forgot to tell you that. The Florida Panthers have interest in Ed Olczyk.
Why are they going broadcaster? I don't understand this.
I don't know that one. I can
Like Ed
understand.
Olczyk is at least Ed Olczyk has coached in the NHL, but that's been a while, right? He coached Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
but come on, like there's some really capable executives in the NHL. Like
The
there
third
are
one is Peter Chiarelli, where this is terrible.
Chiarelli.
Yeah,
Why would you do that?
I know. So, but again, this is only the rumor about that one over there. But like,
Holy smokes! Come on, how many times does this guy get a chance to crush a team?
I really believe, I'll be honest with you, it's going to be between Scott Mellenby and Kevin Weeks.
It doesn't like I don't get it.
Um, you know, people talk about Pierre LeBrun, everything like that. No, the
Why?
influence,
These are broadcasters.
yeah, The
Why,
fact
why are
that
you talking about these guys?
the
Like it's
only
crazy.
reason I would say to Kevin Weeks is maybe the fact, the situation, live, everything all that's going on around the world, everything could push a bit more. Um,
So
uh,
what? You just put him in because he's a brother? I don't get that.
I
Like
don't know.
you need a like you've got like a big hole on that team. Like you need someone. I would go to Buttons before I go to those guys.
Yeah.
Like Craig Button knows players. Like he's an excellent judge of talent. I would go with Jay Feaster. Like Jay Feaster has a history in Florida.
Right now, I'll be honest with you, Scarlett B is the one you should look about that one over there.
That's the I mean, of the guys they're looking at, that's probably the guy.
Yep.
But I mean, there's other execs out there that I'm really surprised. Like, it's telling that Drury pulled out
Yeah.
because Drury might be the most capable of all of them.
One thing we didn't mention recently is it's maybe an old news a couple of weeks ago, but Fitzgerald, he was confirmed as the manager of the Devils. He was a
So they've
interim.
kept him.
Now he's
He's been around for a while and he
yeah.
knows how to run a team. So
And
oh,
then
he's a capable guy. I mean, what's the coaching situation there? Is it Nazardine or whatever?
he was, he's still interim now. He's not going to come back anymore.
He's
Um,
not. No, they're going to get a coach.
yeah,
I thought he did an okay job. I mean,
he did play
that
well. He's
team.
always been there for many years, assistant coach. By the fact, you talk about him, I was in Laval when he was play for Laval with
Oh, really?
under
Yeah.
Bob Arkley. I was there that year, like
Listen,
earlier.
Bob Hartley. To me, I don't understand why this guy is not in the NHL. Bob Hartley is a guy that makes a difference on your roster.
Yeah, I want
Like,
to apologize, but I forgot to tell you, Lindy Ruff got the job now with Devils.
oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I didn't understand. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That I don't get.
Yeah,
But
this one is a tough one for me to understand, but
it
maybe
doesn't make
when the
sense.
team is really young, they want to have more security, more like experienced people, or so I mean, like I would not
You
be
want Lindy
surprised the
Ruff
next
with your
couple of
young
weeks.
guys?
I would not be surprised with Peter Laviolette, Mike Pagac, or Gerard Gallin find a new home the next couple of weeks over there. What I'm really looking for is Seattle. Um,
Well, this is what I was going to say because Seattle could leapfrog all these teams. Because if they do half the job that Vegas did, which I think they're not going to get as many draft picks, people are just going to let players go. They're going to like take my player, I don't care. The one thing about McPhee is he really wheeled and dealed, and he loaded up on picks. He also traded away guys, so he's traded away a lot of talent. Brandstrom, he traded away Suzuki, he traded away that other I forget the other guy's name, but I mean he loaded up, and now he's got a top 5 or 10 team, right? Like
yeah.
is I don't know if Seattle can go that good, but they're going to be a very competitive team. So whoever the GM is, or the coach has got a good opportunity to have a real good team right out of the bat. So I wonder if guys like Laviolette or I don't see Gallant fitting in Seattle. I could see Laviolette, but he might be rough. I think Seattle's going to go for some politically correct thing. Like if you look at the way they're structuring their team,
Yep.
they're going to go for someone. I don't know who that would be though. Who it's definitely not going to be Babcock. Can you see them going Babcock?
No, I don't think
Can you
so.
imagine Babcock in Seattle with the media and the social justice warrior culture?
No, I don't
It
think
would
so.
not fit. So that's going to be an interesting one.
Yep, I agree with you. It's Sunday, it's very quiet all around the world about hockey, honestly. I think, everybody's, it will be like a day off about big news. Nothing's going on around right now. I think we're going to go back tomorrow at 11 a.m. We're going to see the result of the three game today, talking about that. And then
Yep,
tomorrow,
should be a big day for a couple of those series, right?
I think so too. I think you have a lot of. I feel like tonight, after end of the day, you're going to see the direction, like what everybody's going to figure out. Like I think now Tampa is in a great position to win the playoff against Boston, but we'll see. They are back tomorrow. We have only two games tomorrow night. Now the next couple of nights, we're going to be at least something change and something could happen left and right. Everything, it's 2 game per night. Start tomorrow night, but we'll see. Um, anything else to add on this great live show today?
So you were talking yesterday about a couple rumors, and I was kind of curious about that. You were talking. You think that Parenko is going to be on the market for St. Louis, just so they can re-sign Peter Angelo?
I think so. I think they have to. The biggest problem they got Blues. I think I don't get it. They get Justin Falk and Marco Scandella. Um, I, what I mean, Scandella has
Those are
become.
that's a. I mean, Falk you saw is real good.
Yeah, but you talk about two guys was about $4.5 million per year, and they signed up Falk for six something after that.
That's
Um,
cheap
you know what I mean? Justin Falk,
for 6 million. That's pretty good.
it's too much money. You talk about defenseman number
Yeah,
four.
well, his production was definitely off. So
Yeah, I mean,
that's
you talk
bad. Like
about
if you look at
after.
Pareko, he's a much better deal. Like he's got that rocket of a shot, but Falk is. Yeah, I guess it's weird. Like why is Falk's production down so much? I don't know.
But again, when you play
It's kind of
from,
weird.
what I mean? Like you play with a big Blues solid defenseman. I don't know. I'm not sure why they will trade Panico. I'll be honest with you. I will let you go.
Pareko, I would not trade. I mean, how do you get a big guy like his skating's a little deficient, but he makes up for it with his stick and his positioning, and he's got a shot. Like
So
he's
they,
got 10 goals a year for the last 2 years.
and they're going to miss at the beginning of the period, beginning of the season. They're going to miss a couple of weeks for without Vladimir Tarasenko. So it's a team.
Uh,
It's
I
a
think Tarasenko's in a world of problems right now. I
I
mean,
think it's a team with really concerned. I'll be honest with you because a lot of things going on over there. You think after
no,
the performance at Jordan Bellington, right? They have UFA with Pietrangelo. Now the
yeah, they're gonna have to do something in that. I
Alex
mean,
Steen, I think Steen is over. Schwartz didn't have a great year. I think playoff
Schwartz is
and Brendan Shen didn't have a great playoff. All right, we know already what Ryan O'Reilly can do over there.
yeah. Rai is
Don't
gonna
get
play
wrong,
every shift. Perron's gonna play every shift
play
like really
well. You know
well.
what I mean?
Shen's like a roller coaster. Schwartz, he had a good year.
You know what I mean?
Schwartz had a pretty good year. He had 57 points,
Yeah. No, during the
which is what
playoff,
you
it was
expect.
not like you know what I mean. Like he
Uh,
didn't carry on the team like
He
O'Reilly.
had he had a 2 goal game. He played pretty well in the playoffs, I thought.
So
But
would
but
be
he's
a
not going to
team.
be a number one. Like
Yeah.
he's more like a number two
It's a
center.
team going to expect a couple of chance. The only thing is great about the Blues for the last couple of years, they are really consistency about their staff with Doug Armstrong, and we know the chant they did with Mike Yo.
I like Berube.
Will Berry Base look like good. So we'll see what happen over there. Um, we're going to go back tomorrow. We're going to starting a new show, everything like that. We're going to be now more under like Hockey Nation Live, and can wait to push this on. We're going to create, by the way, a new YouTube channel. It's going to be under Hockey Nation. So you want to follow all the recording and follow up with more clips we're going to build starting tomorrow. Don't hesitate to join us on YouTube channel, subscribe, and we'll give you more information about that the next couple
How
of days.
many goals did Jaden Schwartz get in the playoffs?
4 or 5.
4 in
Yeah.
9 games.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember. Yep.
but he's like he's what he is. I mean,
Yes.
I think to your point, they need a goalie, and whether if
Well,
you're Peter
I don't
Angelo,
need
do
a
you?
goalie. First of all, they need a second backup because I don't think so. Jake Allen will be back over there, but we need to see what Bellington is going to respond. You know what I mean? Like that year. Everybody have a slump every
Yeah,
second year. McKenna have a struggle year. Talk about
they need another goalie.
Or Shizer with Devils. You know, what I mean, everybody have Nico. Everybody have a slump. Kokanemi have a difficult year this year until the playoff.
He's
So
a young guy, but
yeah,
yeah,
exactly. But again, we one thing we don't know about Jordan Billington. Billington is not 19, 21 years old.
no,
He's
he's like
over
25.
24, 25. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he's one thing I know about Jordan because I've watched him since he's like 13, 14.
yep.
Because he used to play the Von Kings in the GTHL, and he wasn't on a great team, but he was he's always been a guy that can steal games, and I think what you saw, the reason that he elevated his game, that's the Jordan Bennington I know. When things get tough on him, I think he'll come back and he'll be solid. Will
I
he be a
totally
top
agree.
10 goalie? I don't know about that. St. Louis probably needs a top 10 goalie because they don't have like they're getting older too, right? Like they're not that young, are they?
They have a lot of push, a lot of big decision to do from Doug Armstrong the next couple of weeks and see what's
Yeah.
happening with there. But so
I think Tarasenko's career is really. I mean, that's the second time that shoulder, right? He just came back from that surgery. That's bad news for them.
yeah. So again, we'll see what happens with that. We have to, we're going to do a really good, a lot of, you know, recording about different team all the next couple of weeks, everything like that, and look for Hockey Nation fans. Have an amazing Sunday, fun day. The good news about NHL today is you can enjoy the day until 6 p.m., but you have to go late in the bed at 1 a.m. if you're on the Eastern time, everything like that. So that'd be good. Anything else, Mike? Again, before we say see you to everybody.
Good night. Enjoy hockey today.
All right, son. Good. Have a
It's
great
my
day.
church day, so it's
Here we go.
the
Have a
church of
great,
hockey.
amazing, and happy Sunday, everybody. Have a good
Thanks,
one.
guys.